My name is Harrison Craven, and welcome to the Rock the World YouTube channel. Today we will be going over one of the more fundamental parts of piano, and those are the Hanon exercises. The Hanon exercises, they are a group of exercises published in 1873 by Charles Hanon, who was a French piano teacher and composer, and he wrote these exercises to help with finger strength, speed development, agility, and overall piano skill, overall piano precision. And I believe that they are one of the more useful things that you can learn in piano. They are the first thing that I teach to all my students because they're very useful, especially in developing the movement of the pinky and the ring finger. And they help students from developing bad fingering habits. Also very good for coordination as well. You can use them at any stage of your learning, and so that is why I always teach them first. The first thing that you're going to want to know before you start learning these exercises is the way we number our fingers in piano. In piano, our thumb is our first finger, our pointer finger is our second finger, our middle finger is our third finger, our ring finger is our fourth finger, and our pinky is our fifth finger. So all 5 of these fingers will be used in this exercise, and once you get good enough, we'll be bringing our left hand into the equation as well. So with that said, let's go right onto the piano and I'll show you how it's done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my right hand's thumb here on C. It doesn't matter which C you choose. I'm gonna do it here for filming purposes so that you can see my hand nice and clear. But you can do it at any octave. It's just as effective. So you start with your thumb on C. And we're gonna keep a gap in between our thumb and our forefinger so that we can skip this D right here, and we're gonna go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All five fingers are used during this exercise. You never skip one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But and once you go up, you don't skip on the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you land on that D you skipped. D. Same finger pattern. You just keep going. Skip on the way up. Don't skip on the way down. And then you go until you hit C with your thumb on the next octave. I know some people who do this exercise for 2 octaves. You could probably do it for your entire piano. That would take kind of a long time. So I'm only going to do 1 octave for this lesson. But pretty much you want to span 1 octave at least. That means from C to C. This key right here before the 2 black keys, this white key, all the way up to the next key, white key before the 2 black keys. So just remember those 2 keys. Those are your magic keys. And pretty much you're going to want to put your left hand an octave below your right hand so that you can do them simultaneously when you have the coordination to do so correctly. So I'm going to show you the left hand alone so that we can practice that, and then we'll try them together. So for the left hand, it's going to be the exact opposite. You're going to do the exact opposite of what you were doing with your right hand. For example, for our right hand, when we started with our thumb, for our left hand, we're going to start with our pinky, finger 5. Thumb is finger 1, pinky's finger 5. So finger 5 on C, magic key, pinky, skip the D, don't skip on the way down. back onto our magic key. That's our C. And so now, once those two hands work well enough separately, you're going to want to try and put them together, because in the end this is a coordination exercise. So remember, your left hand is the opposite of your right hand, and try to think of both your hands as they're playing separately. Try to think of them as playing separately, because if you think of them playing the same thing, you're going to get confused, since your left hand is obviously playing backwards. So just try to think of them separately and just kind of glue them together when you play them. So your right hand is going to be an octave above the left hand, and we're just going to do the same exercise all the way up one octave. So once you're able to do the Hanon exercises with both hands together, now you can start doing some variations of this. One variation is both downwards, and that's pretty self-explanatory. You're just doing the Hanon exercises, but you go down the scale instead of up the scale. Here's how it sounds. Messed up a little bit there on the second to last repetition of that pattern, but you understand the idea. Another variation is one hand going up, one hand going down. So that sounds pretty weird, and it's a bit complicated, but in another way, it is also somewhat easier than going both up or both down, because your hands aren't using the opposite fingers, they're using the exact same fingers. It just sounds kind of weird. And for my final variation, which I think can be useful, this one is going to be the inwards moving Hanon exercise. I don't really know what else to call this, but pretty much you have your right hand going down and your left hand going up at the same time, and they kind of meet in the middle. For this exercise, you're going to need to spread your fingers out quite a bit. You cannot really do this if you have only an octave space between your hands, because your hands are going to end up tied up into kind of a pretzel by the end of the exercise. So I like to keep a nice space in between my hands whenever I'm doing it this way. So here's how that sounds. Okay, so those were the Hanon exercises that are usually taught in the first piano lesson you ever take. I know that's what I teach on my first lessons, but anyways, these are very helpful no matter what skill level you're at, and they can apply to your piano playing wherever you are. So, the way that I like to practice these is the first 15 minutes of every practice session I have, I sit down and I do all these exercises. I do every variation of them. I do moving apart, moving inwards. I do both hands up, both hands down. I do it all. These are very fundamental, and like I said before, do them before every single exercise, and you will improve. Also, practice to a metronome. This will help you keep time and will help you build that speed. Other than that, thanks a lot for watching my video. I hope it was very helpful for you, and I hope you have a nice day. Thank you for watching.